Don't confuse silence with work ethic. I'm a boss making decisions, my first fetish. The verse cherished is perfect, that's a reverse blemish. I dropped it, connected the block, learn Tetris.
This is the Sorry True Podcast. Welcome to the house of. And shout out to the members. Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy ARP. We back again with the Sorry True Podcast. I knew that this was coming. The NFL, halftime show announcement video that dropped by Kendrick. The obvious one is no more second rounds. We all caught that. We know what that means, right? But part of me was just like, I know I'm not grabbing much from this video, but the internet is going to do what the internet does. And if I give it a day or two, I'm pretty sure once I look out the window, I'm going to see the breakdown videos start dropping. The Matrix is going to get all decoded and all that type of stuff. And it's not a reach. It's not a reach because if we remember what this man did in the They Not Like Us video, when you get some of those breakdowns and you see like, oh, wow, like the empty white wall room that he was in where he was doing the push-ups, it's modeled exactly from the same type of look and setup from that old video that's traced all the way to Weinstein or whatever. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. So it's not a reach. It's not the internet overdose. It's not Kendrick fans just trying to create stuff out of thin air. The man really does all these intentional Easter eggs and layers. It might be one of the reasons why he takes so long to pop out, because when he does, it's like, yo, here you go. And this simple NFL ad is no different. I watched this video earlier this morning. I skimmed through it real quick and I was just like, I would have never caught that. I would have never knew that. I would have never guessed that. But they are there, even in this video right here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get into more of these on the channel. For y'all that hang around with me to the end, when I get some of my new pickups and my new deliveries, I'm going to do the unboxings with y'all live on the channel. So this one right here that just came in the mail, I think I know what it is. It's one of 3 guesses that I have, but I'm going to open this up. I'm going to pop that with y'all. You know what I'm saying? At the end. So hang around, but let's get into this video. There was some incredible stuff in here that just scared the crap out of me. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, man.
Go ahead, say it then. Who to go? Numero, you know, man. Just hit this.
I didn't catch that early. I didn't catch that when it first dropped. I mean, we know it from the reference from back when they did the song. But I didn't make the correlation right away. I ain't gonna lie. I'm smart, but I ain't listen. You know what I'm saying? The whole when they dropped that song, third person shooter, big as the what? And then Kendrick comes out with not that They Not Like Us. The first joint that he did with Future, like that. And he says, the big 3, it's just big me. And he's the one headlined the Super Bowl without yo, filthy, nasty.
Like the Super Bowl, man. This shit then the biggest the what? Biggest the Super Bowl.
It's only one opportunity to win the championship. No round 2s. Let's get it.
Yeah.
Before we begin, I want to give a special.
And boy, oh boy, I'm going to get to that academic stuff later about the no more round 2s. We're going to get to it. Come on, act. Come on, don't take us for fools, man.
Shout out to Afro Butterfly. One of the villains in the Discord helped decipher a lot of the things we're going to get ready to talk about in this video. So shout out to him. Afro Butterfly.
And also shout out to this creator right here too. We had him up here as a reaction before. Shout out to Deleted. He's doing his thing. Shout out to Deleted.
Kendrick Lamar is not letting Drake get his redemption. He's not. He is out here clowning Drake at this point. I mean, Drake really thought he could pull off this redemption arc. Kendrick is not letting that happen.
The off the block. Wrong with you?
Drake's failed attempts to take over the chart these past few weeks with his 100 gig drop and burner account full of unseen footage, it didn't quite hit the same. It didn't hit like any other previous Drake drop because no one simply cared. Only the Drake gobblers did. Let's be real here. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to secure him that #1 spot that he's used to or being praised like he normally would have. I mean, come on now. Brad did that like he was doing us a favor. Threw us some behind the scene footage and it flopped. Like no one talked about it.
I don't give a fuck about you.
What the deal, everybody? My name Kendrick Lamar. and I'll be performing at Super Bowl 59.
Kendrick Lamar's announcement to be the first solo rap performer on the most viewed American sport in the
I didn't know that. The first solo hip hop artist? I didn't know that. Wow.
United States is not only a victory lap for this win over the Drake feud, but he's just trolling at this point. This literally ended the beef if it wasn't already over. It came full circle. Y'all gotta understand how important this is. The Super Bowl has only had about 8 performances by rappers in Super Bowl history, which they were always guests to someone else's show, with Dr. Dre being the first to do an all hip-hop themed Super Bowl. We still had yet to have a solo act headline, which changes with Kendrick Lamar. This is pretty much a big deal. This man now has the craziest back-to-back.
Yo. So I saw this on Twitter the other day too. Somebody screenshot this going. I mean, it's probably viral at this point. But Kendrick Lamar's tweets, just like yesterday's live, about this whole boogeyman presence that he has, not being bothered, not come out to address any criticism, not being pushed around, staying on his own watch, pop out, diss songs, go away, pop out, concert, go. Matter of fact, before the concert, video, go away, come back, concert, or whichever one happened first, go away, come back, Super Bowl announcement. Look at his tweets. Look at his tweets, B. Like, he ain't tweeted nothing except for the boom. Here you go.
Tweet runs of all time. This is forever going to take Drake's career. Kendrick's the big smudge on Drake's screen that he can't wipe away. It's done. The dark cryptid sound of the beginning of 616 in LA sounds like a slowed down version of what Kendrick Lamar is using in the Super Bowl ad. And I think
better not be. Hold on. No. Let me jump to the big screen. Better not be. I've already called Kendrick a psychopath before from certain little Easter eggs that he's done. That song that dropped, what, months ago? If he had an indication, because by then we didn't get Meet the Grams. By then, we didn't get They Not Like Us, even though everybody was saying he was just living and camping out in the studio at this point. And we could be pretty sure at this point, seeing the way Kendrick moves, that even though he was early in the battle as far as the material and the songs that we were getting, he was already way ahead of us. What he was doing in the booth was light years ahead of what we were actually getting, the drops. Maybe he took 3 weeks to line this all out in between whatever, right? Because it's not like Drake dropped and then he begged him, drop, and Kendrick came right out. He could have lined all of this stuff up, and then we got what we got rolled out by him in a chess master-like fashion. But if somewhere in there, he either got word that he could be a possible, or if he thought he won and he could be a possible, or if he was having conversations or anything, and then he goes all the way back to that song, and if that opening sound that nobody has really created any correlation with yet happens to be this piece here, in the NFL, or even if it's the reverse, I still fuck with it. Even if it's the reverse, even if it meant nothing then, but then here, when doing the NFL ad, the placement of the automatic, ball toss, whatever, the football spiral or whatever, right? If grabbing that for this video to create that correlation back, either direction that it's done in, if that's intentional, it's right along with the psychopath category that I already give him. Psychopath, B. Don't beef with somebody like this, ever.
What he's trying to do is point out 616 in LA. He wants us to focus on that song. And what was so special about 616 in LA? The whole song was about a mole in Drake's camp.
Have you ever thought that OVO is working for me? Know the wires in your circle should puzzle you.
With lyrics like that, it seems as he's trying to double down on the mole allegations and saying he still knows more things he hasn't let out to the public yet. This is clearly a warning shot, because Drake has been throwing subs like the grown bitch that he is since Not Like Us dropped, instead of making.
Yo, why did he put so much energy into the bitch? Just he was like, instead of the grown bitch. Deleted on the low must hate Drake too. So he put mad emphasis on that, B.
music.
Front page, back page, middle page, wherever. Headliners, column 1 or
Right
2,
here,
we
y'all.
will win game 2. You're not backing off? We will win game 2.
He's toying with the idea of another.
Let's just get this out the way. Some of y'all are already in the loop. I seen some people in the comments say, acted way too much with that. Yo, for people that didn't see it, that post right there, Rasheed Wallace, the throwback of we will win game 2. And Drake posting what he's posting, Kendrick later on coming out, no second rounds or nothing like that. Akademiks had the nerve to come out and talk to us like we was fucking idiots. Oh, no. That second round, it's not about a second battle. What the fuck is a second round? Second round, second fight, second goal, second battle, second game, second. What? What it really is the second round of his music drops post. So then what you would be saying then is that his whole career up into the battle is the first half, and now after the battle, this is now the second half of his career. Even if that was true, which would sound ridiculous. That would be Drake giving credit to creating the second half of Drake's career. Like, or giving Kendrick that credit. Like, are you serious? What type of fool do you take us for? Because Kendrick comes out and says no second rounds, to now retract that and say, oh, no, he's not looking for a second round battle. It means something else. And I'm watching it and I'm just like, yo, Ak is a smart guy. He's not even giving us something logical that even the peon fucking thinkers of the world can grasp. You're just like a fucking idiot saying this shit right here. Like this is where you lose your credibility and shit like that. You can't put a red pencil in front of us and call it blue as if we don't, like, we're looking at it and we're just like, are you serious? And it didn't even have a real explanation to it. I'm just like, we want to even give you an ear and hear you out because we know that you're at times texting or DMing or semi-tapped in with Drake, and Drake will feed you information to help his narratives. We know that. So we give you an ear, right? But don't get in front of your fans and the internet like we some idiots and say, oh, no, the second round, well, trust me, it doesn't mean that. You sound stupid. Just hold the L, B. Hold the fucking L. The Super Bowl announcement. It's one of the biggest L's of all time. Just accept that. Just be real.
The diss track. However, he has yet to drop anything. This might be a reach, but maybe he pulls J. Cole on stage. A lot of people think J. Cole is the mole. Now, for me, I'm not too sure about this, but a few people in my Discord think so. With Euphoria's track predicting his Super Bowl performance,
Sideway one finger and thump y'all niggas like, field goal punt y'all niggas.
I think it's safe to say that
No. That has to be a coincidence. I'm not accepting that one. Because if I got to accept that one, then I need something higher level than Psychopath. I can't take that. Nah, B. Nah. You wrote field goal punch out back then for nah, I'm not taking that. I'm not, because at that point we starting to talk time travel and shit. At that point, we got to start talking about time travel. Kendrick, he's the only one with one of these machines in his crib. He done went all the way to, came back and wrote this, and then now here you. No, I'm not going for this. This is. You want to know what's so wild though, y'all? The internet's gonna do what the internet does, but when it lines up, that's where it messes with us, y'all. Like, cause it's not like something super far-fetched. When it actually lines up, though, we have to consider it. It's just like, we don't want to be the reaching people out here. That's not us over here on the Rare Breeze channel. But when it lines up, it's like, I mean, yeah, I got to have an open mind. I can't just say, oh, yeah, 9/11. No, we see the conspiracy theory and the stuff that adds up and lines up at times. And you gotta be open-minded. You got to at least say, that's possible. You can't just shut everything down and be like, everything is only what I can hear and see in front of me. That's not the world we live in. There's a lot of higher powers. There's a lot of overthinkers. There's a lot of futuristic thinkers. There's a lot of super genius level chess players that operate at a level that the average American isn't meant to even pick up. That's how you get certain laws and BS over and whatnot. Like, this is what certain geniuses and mathematicians and architects and forward thinkers, this is what they do for a living. And some of these guys are alien level at it. So I have to be open-minded and say, that's possible, B. Scares the shit out of me, but it's possible.
So, with Euphoria's track predicting his Super Bowl performance,
I wave one finger and thump y'all niggas like field goal punt y'all niggas.
I think it's safe to say that Kendrick's playing chess, not checkers. He was always 3 moves ahead, and he clearly had his eyes on the Super Bowl this whole entire time. Drake being a cosplaying American black gangster who made a horrible, terrible decision to subliminally take shots at Kendrick Lamar on first-person shooter mode by saying it just him and Cole at the Super Bowl, eliminating the idea of the big 3 and making it about just him and Cole, just to slap K-Dot in the face. And now for Kendrick to be the opener of the Super Bowl is just poetic justice.
Poetic justice.
No pun intended, I swear. Essentially, the tables have turned, and now K-Dot has a sense of satisfaction or even vindication because his revenge against Drake, who tried to slight him and brag about how he's the bigger event, well, K-Dot became just that. K-Dot also tripled down on the culture vulture colonizer theme he gave for Drake by performing on stage.
There's some more in here, y'all. Stay with me.
Black History Month. The Super Bowl is in February. February is Black History Month. He did this same thing when he performed Ken and Friends on Juneteenth, and also did it with Not Like Us video dropping on Independence Day for American independence. The NFL being America's biggest televised sports event, all while reminding Drake he's not a Black American. Man, that's diabolical. Why is this all important? Because Drake mocked Black slavery in his song Family Matters.
Always rapping like you about to get the slaves free.
Drake is also known to code switch and have multiple personas, jumps from hood to hood throughout the states, and tries to embody the overall Black American, which also made him very successful by leeching off the Black American culture. So you can see why the gigantic USA flag is seen in the background of.
I didn't catch that one. There's more coming, y'all. Hold on. But that one, like, the American flag, I just correlated with, NFL, America's sport. But the Drake symbolism too, the whole colonizer, the whole you're not American, the whole capitalizing off of American culture, American hip, all of that is just.
Of this video, Kendrick Lamar loaded up 6 footballs in the commercial, mocking and taunting the Canadian rapper because that symbolizes Drake's 6 God moniker. It's just
that I believe. Because I could have came up with that. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think about it when I watched the video the first time. But when I hear it, I'll be like, because if I was actually in that spot of going to war creatively, how could I create all these Easter eggs and layers? And let me just sit down and think about stuff. I can come up with, a way to show 6, right? And whether it's 6 push-ups, whether it's I say something 6 times, or we launch 6 footballs. But a lot of us didn't peep none of this or think about it the first time around, right?
Just giving the fans another hidden message they love to decipher. Throughout the ad, Kendrick is standing on the 50-yard line. This is Kendrick again trolling Drake because Drake once begged him to drop and give him 50.
Top say drop, you better drop and give him 50.
Making fun of how K-Dot is always seen doing push-ups in all his videos, but also poking fun at Kendrick's old 50-50 split deal with TDE.
Pull your contract, cause we gotta see the split.
With Drake repeatedly
put in the comments if y'all believe the 50-yard line one.
saying drop over and over.
Drop.
Taunting Kendrick because at the time, K-Dot didn't release anything. I bet he regrets that now. Even Joe Budden poked fun at Chubbs for antagonizing Kendrick and clearly underestimating Kung Fu Kenny. Tell that little boy drop, but he won't. He knows better. And at the end, when Kendrick walks off frame, if you freeze the screen, you see 6 stars in the corner and 9 stripes in total. Again, doubling down and calling out the 69 God, reminding everyone that Drake is a fan and a PDF.
Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God.
And last but certainly not the least,
I believe that one. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I believe that one, y'all. I'm sorry. That one, when he walks off and it zooms in to the point where it stops to 6 stars and 9 stripes, I believe that, man. I believe that. This guy is insane.
Total. Again, doubling down and calling out the 69 God, reminding everyone that Drake is a fan and a PDF.
Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God.
And last but certainly not the least, the no round twos bar.
You know, it's only one opportunity to win the championship. No round twos.
Drake recently started this whole round two hype on his Instagram story, and his bitch ass groupie Akademiks started to promote and pump it up.
Hold on, can we come back?
And he created
now
the
you want
idea
to push
that
back,
Drake
huh?
is looking for
Like the video
God
still
is
ain't there.
aware, and he's war ready for anything. I mean, he's won already. Did Drake forget he has 10 in the stock? This is just funny, man. It's funny how everyone is joining in some type of way to take shot at Drizzy in the industry. And Jay-Z finally was able to throw his own shade, and he did it with the Super Bowl halftime spot. Jay-Z runs the Super Bowl halftime show, and it's quite clear, if anyone was wondering to begin with, whose side he chose by offering the slot to K-Dot. Jay-Z has a long feud history with Birdman and Lil Wayne, and an on and off again feud with Drake. And now with Meg Thee Stallion being a part of Rock Nation,
I never thought
I'm sure
about this.
Hova wasn't too thrilled that the boy took shots at Meg, no pun intended again.
This bitch lie about getting shots, but she's still a stallion.
Drake stooped low, right, and mocked a woman's domestic case. Whether you agree with the case or not, it was still a domestic case that he chimed in on. Mind you, Drake had an intense feud with Tory Lanez and didn't squash until Tory apologized. So for him to become Tory's Captain Save-A-Ho is a little zesty and petty of him, which Hove obviously didn't like. And honestly, Meg started this Drake war this year on her #1 single, Hiss.
Fake ass accents, posted in another nigga hood like a bad pig.
That was her reply to the Drake diss towards her. I wouldn't think Jay would want anything to do with Drake after that. He did the same thing back when Drake wanted his verse for Pop Style and Jay said no because Meek Mill was on Rock Nation. So it just makes sense why Hove would give K-Dot the halftime slot during this whole war against Drake. Oh yeah, and with everyone being mad that Lil Wayne and Cash Money or Young Money isn't headlining because it's in New Orleans, what made you think that automatically makes an artist a headliner? You know how many artists still have yet to grace the stage of the Super Bowl? Not everyone gets an invite. And just because LA had the theme of an LA artist on stage for their halftime performance, that was just their idea and theme. When did the Super Bowl ever make it about the local artists of the city? When? So then why act like that's what it's about today? Man, be original. Why copy what LA decided to do anyways? It was never about the local artists. Y'all trying to do a smear campaign and hate on a black man for his success and his achievements this year. Dot is the bigger artist than Wayne is today, and he's more relevant. And why hate on Kendrick for securing the Super Bowl? It's not Wayne's moment. And Lil Wayne can go for any future Super Bowls. I mean, come on now. Just because it's not in his hometown, he doesn't want it. Make it make sense. Beyonce didn't do it in Texas. No other celebrity halftime artist performed at the event because that's where they're from. Y'all see one set of acts do it for one time, and now you expect everyone to. Y'all weird as hell for that. They were giving Dr. Dre his flowers, and because it just so happened to be Dre in LA, it seemed like a whole LA thing, but most of it was his artists, and they weren't even from LA. He had 50 Cent, he had Eminem, he had Mary J. Blige, who he did that hit song with, and that's why she was there. And they're not from LA, bro. The only people that hit that stage that was from LA was Dre, Kendrick, and Snoop Dogg. And those are his artists. A lot of people fail to realize.
Yeah, I don't want to stay on that too much because we went into that yesterday. You know, we spoke about was Lil Wayne snubbed? Was he disrespected by the NFL? I don't know if I'm going to do a separate stream about that again because I got some more news that I started tracking down. A little bit of homework I did, and I still want to do a little bit more research, but seeing if Jay-Z is the focal decision maker for the halftime show. And what I gathered so far, and maybe I need to do more research, could be a little bit true, could be false, but But I gather what so far is that there definitely is a group of people. It's a committee. Jay-Z, of course, is one of them as like the producer, something like that. He is one of them. And then, they submit multiple candidates, including Jay-Z. He submits along with a panel of people, multiple candidates, and then the city, or whatever that the governing body where the NFL game is going to be held has the final choice, which would mean that New Orleans also got this list and said, okay, cool, give us Kendrick, whether Lil Wayne was on the list or not, right? So I want to do some more research about that, but I already was in defense of Kendrick deserving to be on the Super Bowl halftime show because he's having the biggest moment this year. Hip hop still remains possibly the biggest commodity from a musical standpoint this year, right? And the NFL going for the biggest moment to complement the biggest show, right? That's the right decision, Kendrick, right? And him to get up there and do that song, that's what everybody wants to hear anyway, whether they admit it or not. Even the Drake fans is going to be tuned into the halftime show, seeing like, all right, let's see what Kendrick does. Let's be real, like cut it out. So I don't know if I want to get back into that. There's a couple more lives I got lined up that I got to get to. So I don't know if I find something crazy deeper about that whole Jay-Z's involvement, I'll get back up here because, I think that it's getting a little bit out of hand, as if like it's so disrespectful to not have Lil Wayne there. Do we all want to see Lil Wayne perform? Absolutely. Do we feel he deserves it? Absolutely. But to go against the Kendrick decision to me doesn't make as much sense as what a lot of people are doing. I'm not really with that. So, all right, yo, real quick, y'all. Quick unboxing. Something that came through. I know I brought a razor down here with me. Quick unboxing. Let me get this together real quick. All right. Y'all see also I got a new little guy over here in the corner. My favorite Mortal Kombat character, Scorpion. I moved him up here and I moved my BioShock homie to the back. I got a bunch of more stuff in the mail coming from my background. I got like some Street Fighter stuff. I think some more Mortal Kombat stuff. Do I have some cores? I think I got some more cores on the way. So I'm going to play around with it in the background, see how it all looks on cam or whatever. Y'all always drop y'all feedback. If you rock with Scorpion, you know what it is. Let me see what we got with this one. No, hold on. Damn, all of that? It's mailmen like stealing shit or something like that? Like, really? What's next? You're going to put a lock? Yep. I guess right for this one. Okay, cool. So this one right here, the backstory to this is, other than my sneakerheads that's been on the channel for years and already know that I'm a sneakerhead too, I collected Yeezy 350s. Yeah, I knew that was them. I collected Yeezy 350s for about over a year. I have a sneaker room. I have a room that's just all sneakers. And one wall is all 350s, right? And I literally I have more in cases, clear cases, little plastic cases where you could got a little door on the front of it or whatever. I got down to one case left on the wall of 350s. And it took me I feel like the last maybe 6 months to fill that last box, because almost every color of Yeezy 350s that I want, I found. And this was the last one that I found that I said, that's a colorway that I want. And I have plenty 350s that got gray in them, but the full all out gray, no letters, because there's different versions of Yeezy 350s. Brand new dead stock, of course. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think I got these for, I know they definitely was less than 4. Yeah, because I don't think that these were that crazy to find. But yeah, finding my size for a color that I didn't have already and I actually wanted, and I was like, sooner or later, I know I will wear. This is the last one. So I have no need to buy any more 350s because I got a whole fucking wall of 350s. Unless I have a 350 that I like a lot and it gets ruined. Like if I'm outside hanging out or something and it just gets trashed. Like, I don't know. Other than that, I'll probably start doing more unboxings on the channel with y'all. I've been doing for a long time some of my new pickups for sneakers, especially on my Instagram. Y'all see that too. I've done videos on my Instagram of new pickups, but I'm going to do more unboxings with y'all too. So sometimes when I don't even know what's coming, I mean, I'm a hermit, man. I don't go out as much as I used to, man. Don't when it's clothes. I don't buy clothes online. I'm in the stores for the clothes. I like to see it. I like to try it on. Sneakers, I'm online with it. It ain't that serious. But all right, we'll be back in a second, y'all. Also, I got the Ill Will versus Emerson Kennedy uploaded to the channel for the full public now. The members have had it for like the last couple weeks. It's about to drop for the full channel. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday. I gotta decide when I'm gonna drop it, but it's ready to go. So I got y'all on that one. That's the last release from the last full circle that we did, and that's on the way. But yeah, appreciate everybody tuning in. Drop me them comments about some of those shots that y'all believe or don't believe from the deleted video, about the Kendrick shots in the NFL announcement video. And we be back ASAP, y'all. All right, sorry, it's true. Appreciate y'all.